organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Coming up on Daily Iowan TV, free summer school for select students. Find out if you qualify coming up.
And why downtown Iowa City may lose some major color. Details next.
And in sports, a game changer for the world of big-time college athletics.
Being paid to play may soon be a reality.
We have it all at the top of the hour.
Daily Iowan TV starts now. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Megan Sanchez.
And I'm Stefan Duran.
Summertime. It's already pretty sweet, but it might be getting a little sweeter thanks to free tuition at the University of Iowa. Daily Iowan TV's Nick Fisher went out to see who will reap the benefits of this program.
For many students, especially those who decide to switch majors, graduating in 4 years may seem like an impossible task. With tuition costs higher than ever, students are looking to get out of college as quickly as possible. The University of Iowa is looking to help by allowing in-state students one tuition-free semester of classes during the summer.
So students who are classified as in-state residents can take up to 12 hours with no charge for tuition. But then out-of-state students will be charged at the in-state rate.
The decision comes after the UI Board of Regents looked into the 4-year graduation rate on campus. Of students admitted in 2008, only 42% had received their degree in 4 years. With the implementation of a tuition-free summer semester, the university hopes to see this number rise to above 50.
I think it's a really great opportunity for everyone. I guess it enables people to not worry about their financial and actually finish maybe their degree on time.
Classrooms that often look like this during the summer months may see many more students. But what students are actually qualified for this program?
The students who qualify are students who entered fall 2013 or later, and who are what we call first-year entering students, and that are students who are coming from high school without going to another college in between.
So current sophomores, juniors, and seniors, you're out of luck for this one. But for those of you who do qualify, a summer studying in Iowa City may be in your future. Nick Fisher, Daily Iowan TV.
Students who qualify for this program have the option to choose which summer semester they would like to stay in Iowa City.
You're listening to today's annual statewide tornado drill, and that siren rang throughout Iowa City this morning at 10:15. Spring is officially here, and with it comes tornado season. This week is Iowa's official Severe Weather Awareness Week. Iowa City's most recent notable tornado occurred in 2006. It's famous for completely destroying the Alpha Chi Omega sorority house near campus. So why set off the drill now? Well, the plans for Officer for Johnson County Emergency Management, B.J. Dvorak, said it's all about reminding people what this season is. He said, quote, "It just gives people information and makes them aware that severe weather is going to be fast approaching. It just kind of gets them into the mindset to prepare, whether it's making a disaster kit or just having a plan," end quote.
A standoff in Iowa City ended early this morning with the arrest of a wanted fugitive. Iowa City police had found Brandon Thompson wanted for weapons and drug charges in a motel near the airport. Police arrived at 8 p.m. Tuesday, but Thompson refused to open the door. Iowa City's special response team finally entered the room after 2 o'clock in the morning and took Thompson into custody.
The Iowa legislature is making moves to better protect the victims of sexual assault that involve the state military. A proposal that would require the state military to file an annual report and making it illegal for a commander to interfere with reports won unanimous approval Tuesday in the Iowa House. Victims would also be able to choose whether they wanted reports to be investigated by the military or by local law enforcement. The bill now moves to the Senate for consideration.
Well, Stefan, I don't know about you, but I've been hearing rumors that it's going to be 60 degrees this weekend, and I cannot wait.
Well, I sure hope so, but let's send it over to Maria Palladino in the weather studio to see if that rumor is true.
Thanks, guys. Megan, keep that excitement going because you're right. We can finally expect consistently warmer temperatures. But first, it's time to drag out those rain boots. Tomorrow morning will be a chilly 39 degrees with a 40% chance of rain. Temps will increase to 48 degrees in the afternoon, and there's a 50% chance of rain. In the evening, though, there's an 80% chance of rain with temps close to 50 degrees. Looking into the rest of the week, Friday brings clouds with a high of 48 degrees on Saturday. Skies will be clear with low temps of 35 and a high of 52 degrees. Get out your shorts and flip-flops because Sunday is going to bring us that amazing spring weather we've all been waiting for, with high temps of 66 degrees. Next Monday and Tuesday, temps will decrease to the 40s, but watch out because there's a 30% chance of rain on Monday. That's all I have in the weather studio tonight. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks for that, Maria. And now it's time for this week's edition of Hawkeye Buzz. And this week we're talking about the color of downtown Iowa City. We'll toss it over to our own Gabby Dunn for the rest. Gabby?
The benches in the Iowa City Penn Mall are colorful to say the least. But starting in the next couple months, they will get yet another makeover. This will be the third year in a row the benches will be repainted. But this year brings a change to the program. I went downtown today. Take a look. Benchmarks initially started to give street artists a platform to display their artwork, but the initial program quickly evolved into a community-wide project. Last year, Benchmarks revamped their initiative using stencils on the benches instead of freehand artwork.
We got more benches painted. It's more cohesive as a whole project. There's less kind of individual voice on individual benches.
This year, the downtown district hopes to bring a more professional tone to the project by painting less benches and limiting the number of artists who participate. Artists who wish to paint a Penn Mall bench have to apply for the position this year. And of the 130 benches downtown, only 30 artists will be selected to paint benches this year. This year's Benchmarks could bring a more professional approach, but it could cut back on some community involvement. One artist who painted during the first year of Benchmarks said community involvement was part of the fun while she participated. Katie Bichtel painted during the first year of Benchmarks, and since her bench was located near the playground, she let kids help her out with her bench as well.
It was like a bunch of little kids painting the back while I was painting the front. It was a lot of fun.
While the community involvement might be missed by some artists this year, the downtown district wants to push a more high-caliber art project. With upcoming changes to the Penn Mall, the future of the Benchmarks program is still unclear. But while you're walking downtown, keep your eyes out for the new benches this April and May.
Thanks, Gabby. Iowa dog racing may be finished. A panel in the Iowa House pushed forward a bill that would end greyhound racing and pay the industry workers roughly $70 million. The money would go toward a retirement fund for the many dog racing workers and breeders. The dog racing industry provides jobs for nearly 1,200 people.
And now let's take a look at what's happening beyond Iowa. The son-in-law of Osama bin Laden was convicted today of conspiring to kill Americans after the role he played in the September 11th attacks. He was in charge of al-Qaeda propaganda, and the verdict came after 6 hours of deliberation. He is the highest-ranking al-Qaeda member to face trial in the U.S. since the attacks in 2001.
The U.S. Senate is in the process of approving sanctions against Russia and aid for Ukraine. The Senate will vote possibly occur tomorrow, but it is uncertain whether the bill could be sent to President Obama by the end of the week. With Russian troops on Ukraine's borders, the proposal will support Ukraine and denounce Russia.
The term student-athlete may soon no longer be in use.
A new ruling was just released today stating that Northwestern football players are employees. Let's toss it over to the Daily Iowan Sports Studio where Danny Payne and Jalen Socek are standing by.
That's right, Stefan. We begin tonight's program with breaking news that has the potential to dramatically alter college sports. I'm Danny Payne alongside Jalen Socek.
On Wednesday afternoon, the Chicago District of the National Labor Relations Board ruled that the Northwestern football players qualify as employees of the university and have the right to unionize.
For now, the push to unionize athletes is only at private universities such as Northwestern. The Federal Labor Agency has no jurisdiction over public universities.
Northwestern also confirmed that it plans to appeal the decision.
Now taking it back to Iowa sports, it was a tough loss for the women's basketball team as it ended their 7th straight NCAA tournament with a loss to third-seeded Louisville.
It was Louisville's defense that held Iowa to a mere 1 3-pointer and handed the 25th-ranked Hawkeyes their worst loss in more than 5 years.
Allie Disterhoff scored 15 points before fouling out last night. The Iowa City native finished her first year as a Hawk with 474 points. the second most by an Iowa freshman.
A lot of sports wrapping up their seasons, but Iowa baseball is in the thick of things.
The team has made remarkable strides after finishing last season 22-27.
A new era of Iowa baseball is underway, the Heller era, as many call it. Under new head coach Rick Heller, the team has flourished in early success. They began the season 9-1, their best start in 74 years. Then they opened their Big Ten Conference play with a series win, a first in the program since 1998. And many of Heller's squad aren't leaving it at that.
We just got to keep coming in, keep working hard, and keep finding a way to get better each day, and possibilities are endless.
Early in the season, Iowa already sitting on the top of Big Ten standings, just a season after finishing 8th in the conference.
An exciting brand of baseball to watch. We steal bags, bunt well, and this year we've added the power component to it. We're hitting a lot of doubles and a few home runs.
And the numbers reflecting that Iowa leads in almost every offensive category, and the emphasis of power hitting has paid off. They lead in doubles and home runs at 11. In comparison, last season, Iowa only had 2 home runs the entire season.
Every day we come in here, we work really hard, and we work with a purpose, and we work to win days, is what we say. So I think all that's been carrying over, and it's led to success.
This Friday, they'll continue their conference play up in Ann Arbor with the first of a 3-game series against the Michigan Wolverines. Jalen Socek, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
The men's gymnastics team is set to compete in the Big Ten Championships in Lincoln, Nebraska later this weekend.
One gymnast that has everyone's eye is redshirt senior Matt McGrath, who took home the gold in both the floor exercise and the vault at their last meet.
Our Daily Iowan TV sports reporter Taylor Axelson has more on this senior's remarkable journey.
I think it was quoted saying he has a warrior work ethic. He works super hard. He does what he needs to and then some, and he's gotten smarter about it too as he's gotten older.
He manages somehow to keep that energy and kind of keep that enthusiasm on those events, and really keeps the inspiration for the other guys on those events. So I'd say he's definitely one of the hardest workers in the gym.
So Matt has what it takes to become a great gymnast here at Iowa, but you can't stay invincible for long when you're catching 10 feet off of a ball.
Windy City 2 years ago, junior year, and I was doing a double front on wall. It's kind of one of those days where you're just like, you're tired, you're run down. Did a double front, landed really low, like in a deep squat, which is like a lot of velocity going into the ground at one time. And I like kind of was walking back and something felt a little off, so I was like testing it out, like kind of bending a little, and like I just kind of collapsed to the ground. It just completely gave way. And
he's a fairly tough kid. So once he started saying that, we're like, all right, let's take a look at it. And of course they come back and say, wow, he's got this gigantic hole in there.
All the cartilage between the patella and the femur that cushions the heavy impacts that they do exploded. Even with the injury, Matt finished out that season to help his teammates compete, and a surgery followed soon after, causing him to miss the next. But he was not finished.
And so coming in August, it wasn't like we lost him for a year. He put so much time and work into the summer that he came in way better. And this is what I'm saying, like he was better than the previous surgery.
Toward the end of the season, he's just been rocking it, like floor, vault, rings. He's been our top guy on each of those events.
I really want him to close this out in that sense, where he goes out and bones everything that he does, and the team gets their successes because of that, and just has a nice closure to his 5 years here.
it's definitely those moments when, like last weekend, when we won our first quad meet in a while, beating two top-ranked teams that were ahead of us, and like did the vault and stuck it, and like that moment right there like makes it all worth it for sure.
Unfortunately, that is all we have time for tonight.
Be sure to tune in tomorrow for a look into the track and field team as it prepares for its outdoor season. But for now, Stefan, Megan, back to you guys.
Only with Daily Iowan TV can you get an inside look into Thursday's pages of the Daily Iowan. Registration for the county supervisor is closed, so we take a closer look at the 4 candidates running for office.
And we talked to the Johnson County emergency management teams about how they help older adults prepare for natural disasters.
Well, that's your most current edition of Daily Iowan TV. Be sure to check us out tomorrow or anytime online at dailyiowan.com.
Thanks for watching and have a great night.
Want a major that'll take you somewhere?
I joined and now I work for the most trusted news source in America. SJC.